special welcome to the friends and family of our residents who are attending this ceremony virtually through the live stream. I know it's not a Zoom, but hopefully you can hear me fine. We want to thank you for joining us virtually. I wish you were here in person to celebrate this special day with us, but a lot of the family is here, and I am delighted to welcome all of you. For those of you who don't know me, I am Manish Suneja, and I serve as the Program Director for Internal Medicine. Today, we gather here to celebrate not only the remarkable achievements of our categorical and combined medicine psychiatry graduates, chief residents, and our preliminary interns, but also the beginning of a new chapter in their professional lives. Congratulations on reaching this significant milestone. At this time, Dr. Upinder Singh, who serves as the chair and DEO of the Department of Internal Medicine, and I want to recognize the key members of the educational team, as without them, this day wouldn't be possible. Please give them a round of applause. Justin Smock, Krista Johnson, Brian Gilbach, Andy Bryant, Jane Rowett, Carly Keene, Matt Soltis, Katie Harris, Jenny Strauss, David Stoltz, Cindy Batskill, Denise Floshinger, Abby Gilpin, Stacy Supel, Vicky Kajeski, Andrea Weber, Yana Zemkova, Sydney Bowmaster, Desmond Barber, he just walked in, Des. I can see you. Mark Wilson, and of course, our chief residents, Rachel Anderson, Lauren Zabel, Marie Fink-Piner, and Luke Murray. I've always looked forward to this day as I get to meet the family and friends of our residents and thank them personally for sharing their loved ones with us. I'm grateful that some of the family members and friends could be here in person to celebrate with us, but I'm also thankful that a lot of friends and family of our graduates are attending this graduation virtually. Now, if you're a family or friend member of one of our graduates, would you please stand up so that we can all thank you and applaud you? You've raised them, you've encouraged them, you've fed them, and I mean both literally and emotionally, and you've waited patiently for them to come home. On this wonderful occasion, we thank you. Thank you for sharing your daughters and sons, your wives and husbands, your sisters and brothers, your moms and dads, and your significant others with us. Let's give our friends and family a big, heartfelt, and a very well-deserved round of applause again. And now, congratulations to all the graduating residents. Each one of you has worked tirelessly to reach this day, this moment. There were sleepless nights, endless consults, cafeteria coffee, and more pager beeper and now epic pages than you should be legally allowed to handle. But today, we celebrate the completion of your residency, a day when your heart is filled with gratitude, gratefulness, and appreciation for your families who've supported you, your faculty and staff who've challenged you, and your co-residents who've become your therapy group, trivia team, and sometimes your 2 a.m. coach snack buddies. You've built mountains of medical knowledge. You've honed sharp clinical skills, and you've become professionals, self-reliant, confident, committed, honest, and compassionate. We did set very high expectations for each one of you, and you've soared to meet those expectations. We are incredibly proud of you. As you step into the next phase of your career, whether that's fellowship, attending life, or finally catching up on sleep, I want to remind you the immense power that lies within each one of you. You're stepping into a world which desperately needs your voice and your expertise. The enormity of this responsibility can sometimes feel overwhelming, but I encourage you to draw on your strength, both individually and collectively, to latch onto whatever place of this world that inspires you the most to change and transform. Each of you possesses the ability to heal, to bring comfort, and to instill hope in the hearts of your patients. Never underestimate the profound impact you can and will have on someone's life. Strive for equity, justice, and the highest standards of care for every patient you encounter. Your commitment to these principles will not only define your careers, but also shape the future of medicine. When you started your residency, you probably did not realize that the next several years would be more difficult than you could have possibly imagined. Getting through the day as an intern required completing a monstrous amount of paperwork. You probably found yourself wondering who would co-sign your orders, fumbled through your first central lines and paracentesis, and required course correction by seemingly all-knowing senior residents and faculty members. On some of the busiest days, you probably chose between eating and using the restroom. The ring and buzz of your pager would induce palpitations. These feelings ultimately will fade away, but they will never completely go away. The next several years, as you leave your residency, will be more special and gratifying than you can possibly imagine. You will diagnose zebras. You will help patients and their families. You might not recall all their names or faces, but you will remember the stories. You will help your patients navigate some of their most difficult moments, offering hope and comfort. Patients will introduce you to their loved ones as their physician, and the feeling of honor and privilege will never diminish or fade. However, the path ahead will not always be smooth. Challenges will arise, obstacles will test your resolve, and doubts may creep into your mind. You may even ask yourself sometimes why you didn't choose a simpler path. But those moments of doubt inevitably pass. They pass when you make a medical discovery. They pass when your students and residents understand a complicated concept just because you explained it so clearly. And most importantly, they pass when your patients look into your eyes, relieved and grateful for the care you've provided. These sublime moments will come to you again and again. They will fill you with gratitude. They will bring you joy, and they will erase any doubt whatsoever that you've chosen the right path. Embrace these challenges as opportunities for personal and professional development and take time to recharge. Seek support from your colleagues and loved ones, and always remember that you cannot pour from an empty cup. By nurturing yourselves, you will be better equipped to provide the exceptional care your patients deserve. Now, the contributions and accomplishments of your class have been impressive. You're the best and the brightest, but smarts is not what makes you special. Rather, it's the way you treat your patients, your support staff, peers, and colleagues, all with kindness and compassion. I think all of us here would agree when I say that philosophy of this program has always been that we don't want to train you to be as good as ourselves, but we want to train you to be better than we are. And your class epitomizes the philosophy. Over the years that I've been involved in resident education, I've come to think of this time of the year as the ultimate emotional smoothie. I'm into smoothies right now, so my daughters have been trying a lot of, different, but it's just, honestly, it just does feel like a perfect blend of joy, pride, nostalgia, with just a little splash of sadness. As I glance at the pamphlet with the photos of the incoming interns and chief residents, I feel unsettled. Although the outside world is warm and sunny and green, and the days stretch long and bright, I feel like I'm being left behind. I feel like I'm losing a group of young adults who have become some of my favorite people over the past few years. I feel like things are starting all over again. And again, new beginnings are not inherently bad. We all know this in our heads, though it is more difficult to feel it in our hearts. Now, as this date and time looms closer again, I feel pride and gratitude and sadness. I'm so proud of all you've learned and done and how you've grown. I'm so grateful for the chats and laughter and the many things you have taught me. I'm grateful that you've shared your youth and enthusiasm and skepticism and struggles with me. I'm grateful that a few of you will still be nearby. And I'm even more grateful knowing that I'll stay in touch with many of you in one way or another. As you graduate from this program, I encourage you to carry with you the wisdom of an old maxim: learn, earn, and return. Think of its charming and beautiful environment, the friends you've made. Think of its wonderful people you've encountered, experiences, and the knowledge you've gained. Think of its cultural and intellectual attractions, and remember that all of these are a part of you now. Come back and visit to affirm your connection to your colleagues, your mentors, and to the program. Like the old saying goes, every good thing has an end, but we know life is like a stage. We play our part and exit the stage, but our paths eventually cross again. This place is part of your story now, and you are forever part of ours. Before I end, a few little words of advice, but more importantly, my wishes for all of you. May you always have white clouds. May you act to preserve the finest tradition of our calling. May you celebrate your successes no matter how small, and learn from your failures no matter how profound. May you long experience the joy of healing those who seek your help. May you not only be lifelong learners of medicine, but also be lifelong teachers of medicine. May you find what brings you joy and be able to construct your life and career to have more of that. May you remember that you're human and learn from mistakes rather than let them paralyze or crush you. May you stay humble and ever hungry for new knowledge. May you love the next step of your journey, but realize that nothing is set in stone if you don't. May you be able to prioritize your own lives outside of work, your families, and get as close as possible to that perfect and elusive work-life balance. May you remember why you endured all that you have so far, and never forget the impact that you have and will have on so many lives. May you know that you can contact me at any time for any reason, and I hope you do. But all of that is about tomorrow. Today is about you, your joy, your pride, your achievements, and your well-deserved celebration. Today we celebrate your achievements, and tomorrow we celebrate the lives you will touch. I'm proud of you, I'm excited for you, I will miss you, and I offer you all my best wishes for your success and happiness. Congratulations once again.